No burning buildings or anything like that, at least on a large scale last night, but plenty of spurging out. And we showed a little glimpse as to what was happening in Los Angeles specifically. And it looks like they had pretty good reason for doing as much, because the LAPD charges a man with attempted murder during Roe v. Wade protest. Oh, imagine that. The party of peace and tolerance out there trying to kill people. Imagine that, right? Like, isn't it funny how they're always, at heart, the same people that they project everything else on everybody else out there? It's always funny when it comes to this type of stuff, and it always just bores out to be true. There's just an iron law of projection out there, and we're just all lucky enough to recognize it. But again, maybe he was just trying to, he could sneak it in under the wire, just give him a very, 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 very late term abortion. But we're not here to specifically talk about any of the charges that are out there. We're here to discuss the spurgeoning and honestly the outright racism, because not only are these the violent, intolerant group, they're the same racists that they accuse everybody else of being. So first and foremost, what do we have from the people who aren't taking their rage and protest to the streets? No, we have only thoughts out here telling us that all women of the world unite and go on a sex strike, because whenever somebody offers up an ultimatum, that's obviously a very ironclad strategy in order to prove how much power you have in a situation, right? No, exactly. An ultimatum is the an ultimate expression of how powerless you truly are. But then at the same time, right, you don't want to be doing that, okay, lady? You and your ilk going on a sex strike is going to offer you one of the biggest red pills imaginable by just proving how unspecial and unspectacular you truly are. So I don't think you want to be following through on that. And like Buddy there points out, how are you going to work for a living? Because you can take a look at her profile. Top 0.15% on OnlyFans. Oh, and she's on the hub as well. How adorable. Free OnlyFans. Yeah, exactly. All of my links are in the bio. Feel free to just cash at me with any requests. They always get naked because they don't have any talents. I highly doubt that she's really planning for the future. Oh, but her witty comeback, I fuck way more women than you'll ever meet. Yeah, exactly. The fantasy of a teenager that you're going to try to market on. But by the way, there's steps when it comes to sex work out there. Okay, you start with the scissoring and then you start to work your way up. And I'd imagine, okay, if you do this quote unquote professionally as well, you probably progress to a certain level. So if you're just going to be restricting yourself to just rub and vag, I don't think this shit's going to be working out all that well for you. But again, this is one of those NPC updates right now. We're going on a sex strike. So many women are going to die because of this. And what are we, going back to the 1950s? You fucking wish. But no, it's all getting spurned on by these really, intellectual thought leaders in Congress, okay? We're talking about outlawing abortion on the heels of baby formula shortage. Again, now you care about kids? Okay, on one hand, you want them all to die in the womb, okay, when they're at a viable age, of course. And then at the same time, you're concerned about babies not being able to get food. One of these things you guys can actually control by lessening restrictions and getting plants back open, okay? And another one is just you guys get the fuck out of the way, okay? It's almost like she doesn't understand what the government's supposed to do, okay? On Friday's broadcast of MSNBC's Haley Jackson reports, Representative Mr. Clean said that we're talking about outlawing abortion in a country that does not have paid leave. Most serious jobs, which again is another one of these quote unquote justifications in order for an abortion, okay? I need to continue on with my career. Most of these bitches are just working fucking dead end jobs and just claiming that their career is working in order to pay back student debts, which they overwhelmingly take on, because I think it's like 60 or 66% of all student debt is owned by women for useless degrees that they aren't even using in the field that they have their current jobs. So it's funny, right? Yeah, we don't even have paid leave from the government. It's almost like the government's not responsible for that. So yeah, and if you were actually working a real career, you would have maternity leave, because that's I'm pretty sure that one's at least taken care of. But again, she doesn't understand that overturning Roe v. Wade just means that it becomes a states' rights issue. But again, what does she know? She's just a member of Congress. I'm sorry. And abortion care is health care, is feeling at this moment. Abortion care is not health. Okay, murder is not health care. Sorry. And that vulnerability will be disproportionately borne out by the most marginalized whatever community. No, exactly. Keeping abortion around disproportionately affects the most disadvantaged communities. Okay. Just throwing that out there. If you take a look at how many abortions happened in what specific communities, yeah, you might not be really pushing that all, okay? I, for one, stand for Black Lives Matter, so I'm very much for overturning Roe v. Wade. But she's not the only idiot on display here, okay? The one who is just all too happy to go down there, take to the streets, because we're a part of the revolution, trademark. Yay! Woo! AOC making other stupid claims, okay? Because remember, communists, they play for keeps. Supreme Court justices who lied about Roe v. Wade should be impeached. Why? I'd say congresswomen who embezzled millions of dollars from campaigns should probably be impeached, but hey, to each their own. Representative AOC, resident thought leader for the Democrats, THOUGHT, not her pastime, what she does on Instagram, said Sunday on NBC's, sorry. We got AOC on NBC, and wow, disproportionate coverage in the press because he sent the black lady to MSNBC. Maybe you should work out the inequality in your own party. That Supreme Court justices who lied about Roe v. Wade as the court case that set the precedent they would respect during their Senate confirmation should be impeached. Oh my God, it's almost like they said that they would stick to the reading of the Constitution, and as of right now, yeah, it would stay until a new court case came before them, and then they could just look at the Constitution and be like, abortion's not really anywhere on there, and there's nowhere that you could like actually point to anywhere on there, so we're just gonna go ahead and throw it back to the states because that's the right legal question, or that's the right answer to the legal question. But whatever, again, these people don't live in fucking reality and they play for fucking keeps, so you gotta keep your foot on the neck of these assholes. The next time a situation like this occurs, you play just as fucking hard against them. Enough of the times with the Bushes and the Cheneys and the fucking McConnells that are out there that, we need to play civilly and morally, and we need to take the high ground whenever we engage in these type of situations. Get fucked. They aren't going to play fair, so fuck them. Show them a little bit of their own medicine. Fight fire with fire, not fight fire with a stiff upper lip. No, exactly. These are the same tactics from the same idiots who would go back and fight a current day war with the same tactics that you would use in World War I. Yeah, everybody just line up in a single fire line, and we're just going to walk through no man's land. Hey, worked back then, will continue to work into the future. Oh, what's that? They have firearms? Well, real men use the swords and shields, so we're gonna win with dignity, okay? Fucking dorks. Anyways, not about them. It's just whenever we have an opportunity to shit on a rhino, we gotta take that shot. Ocasio-Cortez meandered. We had two conservative senators in the United States Senate, Senators Manchin and Collins. Sorry, what? Two conservative senators, Manchin from West Virginia, who's a Democrat, and Susan Collins, who's a blockhead. Oh, okay, cool. And Collins is a Republican, okay, and I wouldn't call her conservative, but she definitely has an R at the end of her name, and unfortunately, it doesn't stand for what she actually is. She's retarded. Come out with a very explosive allegation that these several Supreme Court judges misled them during their confirmation hearings and in the lean up to their confirmation. What? This is a crisis of legitimacy. Har fucking har. We have a Supreme Court justice whose wife participated in January 6th. Really? Can you point to any of that fucking evidence? She made some texts to some people. That's nice. Stop being racist. And who used his seat to vote against providing documents that potentially led to the evidence, such as investigators in Congress. Yeah, no, exactly. If your evidence was merely text messages and you couldn't get those because didn't really prove anything, then did you really have any evidence at all? No, you just wanted to scream and moan and bitch and whine. And it's working because you continuously get a seat whenever you wanted on Meet the Pussies. Anchor Chuck Todd said, "It's interesting you say that. I want to put up Joe Manchin's quote in particular, his reaction, because he used the words, he said. He testified under oath. He made sure that it was in his release. It sounds like you believe, okay, can this guy fucking string together a sentence? This is painful. He might as well be saying they lied to him. That he feels like they lied to him. Ocasio-Cortez says, they lied. Cool, what are you gonna do? Cry and bitch and moan and hide in a bathroom because the insurrectionists are on their way. But, again, who gives a shit? She'll be on to some new grift here next week anyways, so for the time being, that'll be enough from elected officials. I wanted to see what exactly is spurging out when it comes to pop culture, okay? One of the most overrated bands of all time, okay? Green Day. Never liked any of their music. Always thought that it was just the same fucking standard beat rip-off of the fucking Ramones and never ever paid homage to the greats, okay? It's fucking garbage music. Remember, this is supposed to be punk music, right? You're supposed to be fuck the establishment, and then because the establishment, right, is in power right now, your side, the side that you campaigned for, right? Oh, this is the same band who was like, oh yeah, American idiot, George Bush is the devil, but now they're all, on that whole side with Obama and Biden, and you guys campaigned for them. You guys were there trying to uphold the establishment order, but because bad law got overturned, now you're going to be renouncing your citizenship over Roe reversal. Imagine that. You got rid of baby killers, and now you're getting rid of really bad music? God, who would have thought how many miracles would have came over overturning Roe v. Wade? This is fucking crazy. But talking specifically, now we're going to get into the Clarence Thomas stuff because, well, I think this meme appropriately categorizes this. White progressives, when they start talking about Clarence Thomas, you start out just as a wide-eyed, bright-faced Edward Norton. Starts out all fine, and then eventually he becomes the same guy who was in American History X. How adorable, because, they're out there doxing him, handing out his addresses, calling for them to lynch him because they're not racists. Like, what are we doing here? Okay, abortion activist was caught on camera reportedly handing out the home address of Justice Clarence Thomas to protesters after the Supreme Court released the decision Friday overturning Roe v. Wade. Chairman of Maricopa County, young Republican Luke Mozaman, posted a video to Twitter of his interaction with an abortion activist who was allegedly passing out Thomas's address in Arizona. Okay, cool. Again, I thought it was bad to cross state lines to do illegal things, but it's fine if you're a progressive, right? Chairman of Maricopa County, young I already read that. Who gives a fuck? In the video, Mozaman can be heard confronting the activists and asking them why they were planning to protest Thomas's house. That goes against the Republican system, Mozaman said. Why would you do such a thing? I would never do that if I disagreed with the case. The activist replied to NPC update 78592. All I can say is that, we go out there, the police are out there. If there's an issue, they'd probably arrest us. Yeah, no, all that stuff. Our body, our choice. Hands off my body. No uterus, no seat at the table. Blah, blah, blah. Whatever. And we got everything that's going on specifically on Twitter. Of course. And we're going to be sticking on Twitter here for a moment. This one has thankfully been taken down because there's an unequal application, and when I first pulled up this article, there's still quite a few that are still pulled up there, and we're just gonna taste test at least a couple of them, but I know for certain this one's already gone. We should yeet Clarence Thomas. Okay, cool. That's all it says. At least that one was gone. Okay, and it did get taken down by Twitter. We'll just go ahead and show you actually on that one because it says this tweet violated Twitter's rules. Okay, wonderful, fantastic. What about kill Clarence Thomas? Kill Clarence Thomas. We won't go back. What about that one? That one's still up. Oh, no, still right there. Okay, but at least it has a South Park clip on it, right? We're going to keep it up for that one. I'm going to kill Clarence Thomas. Oh, okay, cool. That one's still up. I thought it was, and there it is. No more context required, but you can go ahead and keep it up. Okay, that one obviously, more than likely, probably is down because we got a screenshot here. I'm going to, wow, that one's like a pretty specific claim considering that its doxes are all over the internet at the moment. Cool moment at the bar last night with my communist friends. Did you just call them comrades? Okay, but again, these people aren't that bright. Well, they're communists. It goes without saying. One of them said that they wanted to kill Clarence Thomas with a bow and arrow, and everyone was like, hell yeah. What? Did you think that a noose was maybe a little too on the nose? Like a fucking bow and arrow? God, communists are retarded. Clarence Thomas is a house. All right then. Webster defines a house as Clarence Thomas. Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas is a house. All right then. Let's just taste test this one. And there it is. But again, funniest fucking meme on the internet. But this one specifically is like, wow. Okay. Piggybacking off of, because we got all of the other celebrities that are out there making their stupid claims, like Pink yelling. It's like, can anybody name a Pink song from like the past 10 years? Okay, name a Pink song from the past 10 years. You probably can't. Allegedly, she's been making music, I guess, but whatever. She's like, if you're a Republican, don't listen to any of my music. And it's like, okay, fine, whatever. I have good taste in music. Even still, it's like, okay, as somebody who's more than likely going to disagree with the vast majority of musicians that are out there when it comes to issues of politics, it's almost like I listen to music not to hear the political takes of the different musicians that are out there, with the exception of like Judas Priest, Alice Cooper, okay, like the rest of the people that are out there. Like I just look over on my CD case shelf over there, okay, I see Motley Crue and vehemently disagree with like Tommy Lee and I think Vince Neil, who knows. Okay, Metallica, obviously, for a multitude of reasons. The big picture I got of the Rolling Stones there. Mick Jagger's one of the cringiest motherfuckers who's ever walked the face of the earth, but still, it's the Stones, okay? It's still gonna be listening to them, but we could just run down the list. It's like, I don't give a fuck, okay, what their political positions are. Jagger and Richards still wrote Sympathy for the Devil. It's the greatest song ever, okay? I don't give a fuck if Jagger wants to go out there with Dave Grohl and write the cringiest pro-vax song I've ever heard in my entire life. It's out there. It's on YouTube. It'll make your asshole pucker just a little bit. So if you like that type of cringe, feel free. And then when it comes to actors, you just know, outside of like James Woods, John Voight, Mel Gibson, Clint Eastwood. Actually, you know what? If we could just get all four of those guys into one movie again, that'd be terrific. No, I just know vehemently we would disagree on a whole hell of a lot of things. And once upon a time, there was a mystique to celebrity. And then social media just completely shattered this, so we get to hear every banal take from all of these fucking brainlets who think that they're important because they're famous, not realizing that those two things are just not exactly connected in any form or fashion, okay? Like, I don't care what Clark Gable had to say back in the day on certain issues, okay? I didn't need Liberace's take on which candelabras fit most conveniently up his ass. I didn't give a fuck. And then you got Samuel L. Jackson here specifically on Clarence Thomas, because we went over yesterday what Clarence was writing in his concurrent opinion as well. It's like, there's a bunch of bad legal precedent on the books. Maybe we go back and take a look at it. Maybe we don't. Depends on what the legal cases that come before us are. Then we'll just, you know, have to go back and take a look at our decisions that are out there. But the way that he phrases this, because this would just be another one of those fucking takes that are out there. But this is something that is specific to minority communities, okay? Like, they try to foist this onto, oh, all white people are, you know, just dressing khakis and whatever else dumb shit they fucking say. I don't know. Make a lot of money and rule the world or whatever the fuck else it is. But no, they all think, okay, these are the people that lord over these communities. They all think that they all think the same, okay? They all act the same, okay? All black people are the same. All Latinos all think the same, okay? All Arabs think the same, not realizing that everybody's like an individual, and this whole collectivism idea has just been failed everywhere where it's ever been implemented. So considering it that way is kind of fucking brain dead. But again, we got celebrities here with their fucking hot takes on things. So they see that Clarence Thomas, yes, he's black. Oh my god, and he's a Republican. Oh my god. No, he's supposed to be on our team. So we have total license to just call him the worst things in the book. Okay, why exactly? Because he's a traitor to our cause. That's exactly what this is right here. How's Uncle Clarence feeling about overturning Loving v. Virginia, which was the case that essentially overturned anti-miscegenation laws in the United States? It's like, okay, cool, fine. Why did the government have those on the books to begin with? Okay, and even overturning that at this point in time, really, I don't think that that would do anything at this point. But even still, the fact that he's calling him Uncle Clarence, okay, that's a little bit different than saying like Uncle Joe, because, you know, people call him Uncle Joe because on one side of the aisle they think that, oh, that's kind of sweet and it's homey, and it's like, it's Joe. He's just a regular he's a regular knock around guy who's lived in perpetuated the swamp for like 50 fucking years at this point. But you know the connotation that's here. Uncle Tom, okay? Uncle Clarence. Just fucking say it, dude, okay? What do you need Quentin Tarantino to feed you your fucking lines? You know, everybody knows what you want to say, okay? You want to be screaming it from the rooftops. You want to be screaming it as the Emperor's fucking throwing you through, I don't know, Star Wars references. All I know is that you took a fucking dirt nap from the top of the fucking skyscraper there, but, in Revenge of the Sith, whenever they're pushed up against the wall in their political takes, they always become the dirt worst human beings. So whenever we find these situations like this, never capitulate. Use these same tactics right against them. It's like in Rules for Radicals, this is the shit that just comes directly right out of that, okay? That's the Democrat handbook at this point, okay? So use their tactics directly against them. Hell, you want to feel a little bit more empowered about your position? Take a look at Robert Greene's 48 Laws of Power. Defeat your enemies completely. Because that's what you have from AOC. Impeach anybody who we don't like. Great, wonderful. We started to wield that as a hammer. As soon as Republicans take back Congress, they should be running impeachment campaigns on everybody. Fuck it. You did it for what? The better part of 2 years against Trump? Do the exact same shit. Don't let up, because these are the type of people. And this is the most, this is obviously the tamest take that's out there, okay? But when your enemy is telling you exactly who they are, don't fight them back. Just listen. They're telling you who they are, okay? You take a look at Samuel L. Jackson's Twitter feed right here, okay? He's got that one. That was the last time that he tweeted or anything like that, a couple of days ago. And then he's got a whole bunch of, oh yeah, black joy is a radical act, and then using old fucking ancient footage. Meanwhile, all you need to do is just go outside in any major metropolitan city right now. Go into any shopping center, okay, and you will see just capitulation of Black Lives Matter. You can fucking well bet on it, and you won't even have to look that hard. But all he does is just push fucking racist causes. Okay, pretending like this isn't 2022, and we've pretty much, okay, from just a human-to-human perspective, pretty much solved all of this racism shit. But no. When we got an issue where we can just go ahead and divide culture, divide society instead of bringing everybody together, we're just gonna go ahead and continue with that, because you plebs, you can deal with that type of stuff. We're just over here. We're the enlightened group. Okay, pretty fucking disgusting if you ask me, but I don't want to leave everybody on such a downer. Okay, we need to check in with the Chief Justice Dankula out here, because he's out there still farming people days fucking later. Can you fucking believe this? Okay, him tweeting, I hereby declare the Itty Bitty Titty Committee a terrorist organization. Fucking hilarious. And then you got some absolute brainlet out here quote tweeting, probably a sex worker too. I don't even give a fuck enough to check it, but you can tell by her profile picture she's one of those. The fact that this man is on the Supreme Court. Yes. Supreme Court Justice Dankula. Yes, this man is on the Supreme Court and tweeting things like this. Unprofessional. comical. This man will be the reason women die. NBC update 78934. Like he points out, these people votes count just as much as yours. Yeah. Said that we'd end on an up note, but again, the Chief Justice is out there still tweeting memes. You did this for 2 years, you can do this for 48 seconds. Yeah, no, exactly. Again, this is going to lead to women dying. We're going to be forced to carry every single kid, and spontaneous abortions are just going to start happening now. Oh, God. We can continue to do this throughout the rest of the entire week, but unless some buildings get set on fire, I could give a fuck what celebrities are going to do. The salt mines will continue to be open, so if anybody says anything exceptionally stupid, we'll check back in on them. But we got far more important stuff to be talking about here up next. So with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.